Hey, I'm iJustine, and I'm on the Forbes top creators list. I don't even know what's happening. My eyebrows are unhinged. I'm unhinged. I'm not even sure where I'm at in this video, but the wild thing about this is it got so many views. So this video was filmed around 2008. I filmed it on my MacBook with a webcam, edited in iMovie, and this is when I first had moved to Los Angeles. I had no idea what I was doing. I didn't really have a plan for my career, but I knew that there was something powerful about the internet. I'd already had a breakout viral video at this point, so for me, I didn't really make a lot of money from that. I didn't get a lot of brand deals from it, but what that did for me was it kind of legitimized that the internet is something, and it also made my friends stop making fun of me as much, because they're like, oh, okay, that's kind of cool. The creator industry really did not exist, but there were people making videos at this time as well, and we were all friends. I mean, there weren't many of us, but we were all creating these funny little videos and content, and some people had shows, and we all knew that it was something, but again, like, it was so early. And me moving to Los Angeles to do what? I did not know. I had taken meetings with agents and managers, and a lot of them were like, we don't really know what you're doing. There isn't a place for this. And so I had a lot of doors that were slammed in my face early on. So it was kind of heartbreaking, but I still knew that there was something here. And I loved creating, even if it was just fun little videos like this. And for me, it was also about kind of honing in on my craft. Day to day, like, I am an editor, I'm a creator. So for me, it wasn't necessarily about me being in the videos. I was just the only subject that I had, and I was teaching myself to edit and make content. And I think for me, it was all about just having fun and learning. This was it. This was the first viral video. Using copywritten music and everything. That's real classic 2007. I didn't know any better. So this was filmed at my local hometown coffee shop that I basically worked out of every single day. And I was at the time, doing video production, graphic design, and I had gone to the Mall of America with a company to cover the launch of the first iPhone. And at this point, I could not even afford to buy the first iPhone, but I was there at the Mall of America kind of experiencing the event, and I was so sad because I was like, man, I really, really want one, but I was like, I need to be responsible. And a few days later, the company that I went with, they actually sent me the iPhone. So it was really amazing because that sort of threw my entire career on another trajectory. The iPhone being such a new product at the time, I finally had my hands on it. And it was also because of Twitter is the reason that I got this 300-page iPhone bill, because Twitter back in 2006 was mostly text message based. You received text messages from what your friends were doing. I sent text messages to update my Twitter status. So because of that, I had over thousands and thousands of text messages, which ended up itemizing all of those messages into a huge iPhone bill, which came in a box. And then there was no rhyme or reason between making the video. I just thought that this was so absurd that AT&T would send a phone bill in a box that I made the video when I was at my favorite coffee shop. And then within hours, I was getting emails, calls from Australia, around the world, people that wanted to do interviews. And I was like, wow, this is cool. I don't know what I'm doing, but I'm here for it. Oh, my Tim Cook interview. So this is actually the second time that I interviewed him. The first time I interviewed him during the pandemic, and it was virtual. So the fact that I actually got to sit down with him and have a conversation face to face a few years later was so cool. Now, this was many, 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 many years later. Obviously, as a tech creator, we work very closely with a lot of brands and companies, and this was at one of the Apple events, and they asked me if I wanted to interview him, and I was like, well, obviously, yes, I would love to. So we got a chance to sit down after the event, and we had the interview. I didn't really plan that much. I just sat down and had a conversation with him. I think what I learned during that experience was that CEOs are pretty much just like us, just like content creators. We're all just people. And I think having this opportunity to sit down with people in such powerful positions, everyone at the heart is just human. And so I think that's how I approach a lot of my interviews. I think coming from it from the perspective of knowing what it's like to be interviewed, and hopefully someone else will appreciate that as well.
Larger.
Okay, this is probably one of my favorite videos ever because it is so wild, and this is an Xbox fridge. So back when the Xbox X first came out, everyone kind of made fun of it. They said, this looks like a refrigerator. So Xbox took it to an all new level and actually ended up making a life-size version of the refrigerator that looks like an Xbox. And there's only 3 of them. Me, Snoop Dogg, and they had a contest winner that won one. So it's pretty awesome. I think what's interesting is I work with so many brands, and ironically, actually, that Microsoft one was not a sponsored post, but it sometimes is an experience that you cannot put a price on that. So there are times where you will do projects in return for gifts or experiences, but as far as actual brand projects go, it has to be something that either aligns with my values or something that I think will bring value to my viewers. And I think that's one of the things that is most important. Like, is this something that I actually will use, or I think that my fans will like? So for me, being a creator for over 20 years is kind of wild, because growing up, I could not do anything for much longer than like 5 minutes. Like, my attention span did not allow it. So this is genuinely something that I absolutely enjoy. And I think because I have a very short attention span, that has let me evolve over and over and over again. I love trying out new platforms. I love tech. It's always evolving. There's always new things to make videos about. And I think because of that, that's allowed me to just keep creating. And I think from the very early on beginnings, I really was so passionate about the internet, and I knew that it was something, even though no one else believed me at the time. So I kind of made like this little promise to myself. I was like, well, I can make it, I just have to not quit. And that has kind of been sort of the secret behind the scenes.